Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for those of you who submitted questions for this Q&A with the Ninth Dimension Arcturian Council. I did the channeling today and got some answers, so we will begin now. So the first question I got was, how can I help my collective in 2021? And here is what they said. I'm actually gonna lift this computer up a little bit because I can't see. Okay, sorry. So the first thing they said was that they wanted to acknowledge you for asking a question like this. The desire that's seated inside of your hearts, there's a lot of gratitude for this. So thank you, they say, for even having a desire and asking a question. Like this. They said that what they're seeing is a collapse of the system and a collapse of the darkness in the matrix that no longer works. I mean, obviously we're seeing that really go down right now. So the darkness that no longer works in this new dimension, in this new frequency that the earth plane is currently integrating. So this was the really big message in this answer. We are in an integration period. We are watching the healing occur. And so it's natural during this period to ask, how do I serve? How do I help the collective during this transition? This transition is becoming more and more clear for us. And it's becoming more and more clear that what was before and what we were calling like a new normal is really not so. There is no new normal. There is only something new to create. And so this desire will grow stronger and stronger within you as you are continually being drawn to healing yourself and uncovering each layer within yourselves that needs to be healed. And this is a process that will continue to take time. This is a process that's not just happening for us just individually, but on a grand scale. And I think we can all agree with that. So there are many layers to this dismantling that we're watching. And one of those layers, of course, is the darkness that has had control over us for many, many years, is going to continue to try and kind of strengthen its grip on us to maintain control. And that's kind of what they say, that's what we're seeing play out right now, is this desperate attempt to maintain control through a narrative and a story that they're feeding us. And of course, the narrative and the stories just get crazier and crazier, and the chaos that's unfolding is sort of like a desperate attempt to maintain control. They also say that this attempt is an effort to confuse us. So the more they can confuse you, the more they can manipulate you, and the more that they can instill fear in you, the more they can control you. So things, unfortunately, they said, are going to get crazy and even more chaotic. So, yeah. Another layer is the individual layer. This understanding that each of us is beginning to have, that there is no truth except for the truth that resides inside of our own hearts. So you'll continue to experience this sort of gray area for those of us who are kind of waking up and tuning in. There's this gray area, this area of neutrality where you don't have to be right and you don't have to know all the answers and you don't have to know anything with confidence on either side of the coin. You're simply moving in this flow of integration, of healing. And it's going to be perceived as craziness and chaos, this integration period. So they said, we ask you not to get caught up in the craziness. It's simply the integration of things falling apart on both sides. There's a high degree still of ego death occurring. So how do you help the community during this integration? You yourself hold the light. You yourself be honest and authentic with your experience. You relay that there can be no confidence in anything. There is no confidence in what is right. in this moment. Let's see. So you yourself integrate the healing, and you allow others the space to integrate their healing. This is a period of unknown, of not knowing. This is a period of integration. So we are discovering our own truth. And if you try to look outside of yourselves for that truth, it's going to be very messy and very confusing and upsetting. So this was really cool. They gave me this vision of riding like an ocean wave. And it said, if you're trying to ride the wave of the collective integration, where everything is upside down in this moment, and everyone is calibrating their own shit, their own frequency, that is too much for one person to handle. So you must only ride the wave of your own integration and your own healing, because from here you begin to ground in firmly into the foundation of your own light and your own truth, your own wisdom, and your own personal internal experience. So again, they emphasize, do not search outside of yourselves for how to serve or how to heal or how to help the collective by going out into and riding the wave of the collective. That will only bring you more confusion, they said, and that's too much energy to be held at this time. So you focus on your own internal wave and your own internal experience, and you heal yourself so that your presence alone offers healing to the collective without doing anything. So they also gave me the vision of, those, I don't know what they're called, but they're like the clocks that swing back and forth. They're like some kind of meter. I don't know if it's a musical thing. I don't know, but they're the clocks that sync up to one another. They gave me that vision, and they said, you know how frequency syncs up with one another, and then they gave me the vision of the clocks. As your frequency continues to heal and clear and rise, you will begin to alter the frequencies around you, and all frequencies will eventually sync up to one another. This is a period of integration. They ended it with that. Question number 2, what is the most helpful thing we can do for ourselves on a daily basis? So right now, it's a very important time to focus on your internal experience and inner healing. You are rapidly going through an integration period, and you're rapidly experiencing shifts within you day to day, moment to moment. So you are receiving and being presented with opportunities to choose the higher timeline, to choose the higher frequency, to integrate this information. So again, the word integration. It's getting integrated into your cellular makeup, into your systems. It is being infused into your divine instrument, which is your body. And then you're being presented with the external opportunity to apply these upgrades, to apply these shifts. So what can you do to take care of yourselves? Be very gracious with the opportunities that are being presented to you, to apply the shifts of your frequency out into the external world that you are now creating for yourself. So again, this is an integration period, they said. When we integrate, when we calibrate information, it's not always perfect and it's not shiny and awesome, right? It's a practice. This integration can be messy. So we ask that you in your daily life, in your every now moment, hold yourself with grace as you integrate the information occurring within you. And as the frequencies shift within you and you begin to apply them into your life, into your daily moments, and into your external now moments, is how they said it, and then they alter those moments and they create a new reality for you. And now you're in this new flow, in this new river, where you begin to create a new way of being and a new reality, not just for yourself, but for the collective. So I guess that answer would be have grace for yourselves daily, on a daily basis, okay? Number 3, is there a phrase they would like us to work with? This was, they said, go within. This is the most important thing you can do as you are calibrating and integrating and you're healing and moving. So when something strikes you or triggers you or throws you off balance or creates discomfort, go within, they said. They said it many times. Go within, go within, go within. Find the silence within you so that you can find the neutrality, so that you can find the unconditional love that you so desire. So you are capable of clearing that energy that has caused any sort of charge within you. So go within so you can feel it move through the body, feel the emotions move through the body, the energy and motion. Allow it to move through you so that it may be released, transmuted, or fully understood. Perhaps you find the root of it. When did I first feel this emotion? Why do I feel threatened? Why do I feel attacked? Why do I feel triggered? Why is this a charge for me? They said, go within, go within, go within. They said it over and over and over again. Question number 4. How do we, I wrote this down wrong, so I don't remember the exact question, but it was something around how do we ask counsel for guidance? I think that's what it was. And they said you simply request our guidance. So, or whoever you would like guidance from. They said that there is still too much doubt that you need to be working on. It's time to release the doubts and realize that this idea of channeling or connecting with your guides is only something other people can do, and not something you can do. You're wrong. We all can do it. You're all already connected to light source, to your spirit teams, to your galactic families. You simply need to request who you want to connect with, and then you actually need to take the time to communicate with them. So they said this can occur anywhere at any time when you begin to understand that this ability doesn't take that much effort. In the beginning, it does take opening yourself and the belief without doubts, okay? So when you begin, you really need to believe that you are already connected and you're simply requesting to speak with a family member. Like it's that easy, right? And so when you begin to sense the shift that occurs for you when you make contact, oh, wait, hold on, let's see. Yes, okay. When you begin to sense the shift that occurs for you when you make contact, you'll begin to understand like the subtle nuances that occur for you that can occur at any time, not just in silence. So in the beginning, it takes a little bit of dedication and a little bit of silence. So to drop in and make time for yourself and to request that you're ready for contact in any way and form that you can feel, that you can sense, that you can hear. And then you come in tune with the body and you'll begin to sense it from within you. And that's kind of the beginning, right? That's how you start when you wish to make a connection with your counsel, your guides. Question number 5. When you guys say collective, what do you mean? Is it local, like Nashville, or is it humanity or something in between? This was basically, they just said, it depends on the transmission. Sometimes they said if Yvonne specifically asks, for my followers, then they specifically look at who will be receiving that transmission and what is the message that we can directly, specifically relay to them. Other times they are referring to the collective, like all of humanity, the earth plane. Sometimes they're referring to the collective as galactic and universal, and us all collectively. They said definitely that we are all connected, and what impacts one impacts all. So yeah, they said it was really depending on the context of the transmission and who the transmission was for. Okay, this is a really interesting question. Question number 6. Is sunscreen really necessary? Really? Okay, so they said sunscreen was created in order to prevent disease in the body, but no, the sun is not inherently bad for you. The sun is actually offering you nutrients and vital information that uplift and protect the body. So the problem comes not with the sun, the problem comes with the way our bodies have been treated and what has created disharmony in the cellular makeup of our bodies. So the sun is not bad. It's what's occurred in the cellular makeup of the body due to the lack of care for the body. So this could be, the food you're eating, the lack of movement, the emotional or spiritual trauma you may be carrying. This will be turned on in many different areas of the body, not just the skin, which will switch on disease or cancer that occurs in the body. And it's not just because of an external factor like the sun. It's because of what has been harbored within the body, and it turns into a toxicity for the body, which then creates a cellular disharmony, which then makes the body more vulnerable to external environmental factors, which is what would cause a cancer or a disease. So sunscreen under normal circumstances where the body is operating under its greatest potential and is being cared for and being mindful about what you're ingesting or putting toxic chemicals inside or onto the body. I mean, we're not living in a perfect world. We're all going to be sort of exposed to things that aren't great for us, but they do say that under its greatest potential, no, the body would not need sunscreen. However, if there are those who are more vulnerable due to the disharmony of their cellular makeup, then yes, sunscreen would be needed to protect them from, they called a haywire that would happen in the body, where what would normally provide them with protection, like they said earlier, the sun is actually could offer you protection and nutrients and information, now becomes an enemy. So the body gets confused in these things and sees these things as a threat, much like an autoimmune disorder. So that is the Q&A. Thank you so much for submitting your questions. I am going to try and edit this and put it out tonight, and I hope that it was of benefit, and I can't wait to do another one with you soon. Thank you. Bye.